Bulls won 2 straight games against the Cleveland Cavaliers, playing the brand of basketball they used to start the season and get off to that hot start. Are the Bulls turning a corner? Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? I'm Ross. Back for an episode to talk about this 2-game series that the Bulls just played against the Cavaliers. First game at home, second game on the road in Cleveland. And listen, right off the bat, I understand. They need to sustain this. They need to show this over the course of the rest of the season, at least longer span than 10 games, to say that this is something for real and sustainable. Understand that completely. That said, it is so much more refreshing and easier to discuss and analyze and break down basketball when they are playing like this. They don't have to win every game like this, but at least playing competitive basketball. When they were on that losing streak, it was unwatchable. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to come on here and chat about how the team was playing because there was nothing to really chat about. They were playing like shit. Now, they have their full healthy rotation back. I know some guys are still dealing with some nagging injuries, but you saw Ayo Dosunmu and Trey Jones out there tonight playing really good ball together. Still getting Kobe White acclimated, I think. He's had a couple of good games offensively tonight against the Cavs. Good playmaking game. He had 9 assists. But really the big story to me has been Josh Giddey, who has been playing like an all-star this season. And if the Bulls were a better team, he'd be getting more talk. He'd be getting more recognition in that conversation. Josh Giddey sets the table. Matas Buzelis plays fast. He excels in transition. You want to get him the ball in space, downhill. So that's what helps having guys like Isaac Okoro back, who can get 3 steals in a game. Having Trey Jones back, who can get 2 steals in a game, 2 or 3 steals in a game. That's what helps having those guys back, because you can turn defense into offense. And that's something that they weren't able to do during that losing streak. And same thing with having Zach Collins and Jalen Smith back. Bulls have been running that double big lineup, which is decreasing Vucevic's workload. Billy Donovan was very open about it and talking about how having the ability to run that double big lineup is going to decrease some of Vucevic's load, which is helping him look fresher when we get to the fourth quarter. You don't have to give as many minutes to Patrick Williams when everybody's healthy, or any minutes. Kevin Huerter gives you good scoring off of the bench. Trey Jones has been scoring well himself. You have floor spacers, but you also have guys who run the floor. You also have guys who see the floor well. So I think there is a good balance. This is the full rotation. This is kind of the vision for this team, and they're playing their brand of basketball again. So we're here, December, headed into the new year. Let's see if the Bulls are able to turn this thing around. I know people have opinions on whether they want the Bulls to win or not this season, but listen, I would much rather them play this brand of basketball and lose than whatever the fuck they were doing before. I think we can handle some games like this. It'd be nice to have some competitive basketball, even if we're not going to be a playoff team, even if we're still going to be in the draft lottery. Like, we want to watch competitive basketball. We want to know that this is cascading and building into something bigger. And obviously the development of Matas Buzelis is another thing that needs to be prioritized. And when you are playing this brand of fast-paced basketball, turning defense into offense, relying upon your guards to get steals, but not just steals, your guards to get rebounds too, for everyone to be hitting the boards, crashing the boards, and then moving the ball in transition. That is where Matas excels. We saw him do it against the Cavs. We saw him do it not only in transition, but I think also in the half court. There were a couple of moments I saw he had a nice little mid-range that he created for himself. And I think giving him those opportunities to push the ball in space, giving him the confidence with the ball in his hands, makes it easier. It helps him in the half court. Obviously, defenses have to respect his shot if that's going down. So if he's able to develop a bit of a mid-range jumper, I think you can see him create even more, and then expanding that out to the 3-point line, which is probably going to be the thing that takes the longest with us. But encouraging signs so far. Definitely a refreshing change from where we had been the past couple of weeks. We're going to go to another 2-game series in Atlanta against the Hawks. I heard Casey Johnson talking about on the By the Horns podcast. I thought he made a really great point about how these like mini in-game or mini in-season series, 2 straight games against the same team, kind of mimics the energy of like the playoffs. Playing the same team a few times in a row, make adjustments, learn more about their tendencies. And this test against Atlanta is going to be another opportunity for them to display whether this is real and sustainable. But I think it's just nice to be able to come on here and feel like, yeah, let's talk about some basketball. There's actually some basketball to talk about. So shout out to the Bulls. I think they've played 3 really competitive games against the Cavaliers this season. They didn't win them all, but all of them were competitive. And the past two straight wins, I think speaks to kind of where they're at this season, getting the rotation back healthy and doing it against the Cavs, who are having their own kind of midseason struggles and their own little in-season downfall right now. They're getting booed by their fans at home. So like the Bulls able to take advantage, like usually we're the team that's getting kicked when we're down. We were able to take advantage of another team having that happen to them. So not a whole lot more to say about that. We'll see what happens in Atlanta, but a good win for the Bulls tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow me at Shy Sports Ross on all the platforms, and we'll talk again very soon.